Question number 121. The most abundant enzyme of the world is related to all except first option heat sensitivity, second photorespiration, third have much greater affinity for O2 than CO2 when CO2-O2 ratio is nearly equal, fourth have magnesium as its activator. First of all, you have to find out what is the most abundant enzyme of the world. It is Rubisco. So this Rubisco enzyme, it is heat sensitive, yes. As it is proteinaceous, it is heat sensitive. Second, photorespiration. Yes, Rubisco, as a name indicates, O for oxygenase activity of Rubisco. When the concentration of oxygen is higher than the concentration of CO2, Rubisco shows as oxygenase activity and RUBP combines with the oxygen at that time. And this process is called photorespiration. So Rubisco is related to photorespiration in C3 plants. So this is correct. Fourth, have magnesium as its activator. Yes, activator of this enzyme is magnesium. This is also true. Third one, have much greater affinity for O2 than CO2 when the ratio of CO2 and O2 is nearly equal. No. When the concentration of CO2 and the O2 is nearly equal, it shows more affinity towards the CO2 than O2. So this statement is incorrect. So the correct option for the given question is option number 3. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 122. For every CO2 molecule entering the Calvin cycle, how many ATP and NADPH are required respectively? First option 3 and 3, second 18 and 12, third 2 and 3, fourth 3 and 2. So for every CO2 molecule entering the Calvin cycle, how many ATP and NADPH are required respectively? For each CO2 molecule in C3 cycle, the number of ATP and NADPH are 3 and 2 respectively. So the correct option for the given question should be option number 4. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 123. Mark the incorrect statement for Calvin cycle. First option, primary CO2 acceptor molecule is a 5-carbon ketose sugar. Second, conversion of PGA to PGAL requires only NADPH. Third, to continue the cycle uninterrupted, the RUBP must be regenerated. Fourth, carboxylation is the most crucial step of this cycle. Choose the incorrect statement for the Calvin cycle or the C3 cycle. The C3 cycle, which is given in your NCERT, you must remember that there are 3 steps which are called carboxylation, reduction and regeneration of RUBP. So this is the cycle which is called the Calvin cycle. It is the Calvin cycle or the C3 cycle. So this carboxylation, it is the most crucial step of Calvin cycle, and this regeneration of RUBP, it is the crucial step of the cycle. This carboxylation steps shows when CO2 combines with RUBP and gives you 2 molecules of PGA, phosphoglyceric acid. The reduction of PGA into PGAL and regeneration shows regeneration of RUBP when there is reformation of RUBP. So this is carboxylation, first step, second reduction, and third is regeneration. Here this is first step, this is second, and this is third. So now see the options. Primary CO2 acceptor molecule is a 5-carbon ketose sugar. Yes, the primary acceptor is the RUBP, and RUBP is a 5-carbon molecule. It's a 5-carbon ketose sugar. So this is correct. Second, conversion of PGA to PGAL. phosphoglyceric acid to phosphoglyceraldehyde conversion requires only NADPH? No, this step is the reduction which requires NADPH as well as ATP. So this statement is wrong. Third, to continue the cycle uninterrupted, the RUBP must be regenerated. Yes, there is a step called regeneration of RUBP which should be there to continue the cycle uninterrupted. So this step takes place. So this is correct. Fourth, carboxylation is the most crucial step of the cycle. Yes, I have told you that the carboxylation is the most crucial step, whereas the regeneration of RUBP is the crucial step. So this is also correct. So the incorrect statement is the second, and the correct option for the given question is option number 2. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 124. Plants showing C4 pathway are better than the C3 plants in first option, utilization of water, second, having photorespiration, third, producing more yield at a very high CO2 concentration, fourth, being sensitive to high temperatures. How the C4 plants are better than the C3 plants, or the plants which show C4 pathway are better than the C3 plants? Having photorespiration? No, C4 plants lack photorespiration. They don't show photorespiration. So this option is ruled out. In producing more yield at very high CO2 concentration? No, this is called the CO2 fertilization effect. When you increase the CO2 concentration, there will be more yield. It is seen in C3 plants, not in C4 plants. They have low CO2 concentration saturation. Fourth, being sensitive to higher temperatures? No, they are not sensitive to high temperatures. They work at high temperature too. First, utilization of water. Yes, they have concentric arrangement of cells in the leaves which gives the smaller area as compared to the volume for better utilization of water. So this is correct. So the correct option for the given question is option number 1. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 125. Bundle sheath cells are similar to mesophyll cells in A. Having grana, B. Having large number of chloroplasts, C. Being involved in CO2 fixation, D. Being impervious to gaseous exchange, E. Their primary CO2 fixation product. First option C and E only, second C only, third A, B and E only, fourth A and D only. So how bundle sheath cells are similar to mesophyll cells? So you have to find out the property of the bundle sheath cells. A. Having grana. The chloroplast of the bundle sheath cells lack grana. They are agranal. So this statement is wrong. B. Having large number of chloroplast. This is a feature of bundle sheath cell. This is true. But this is not the similarity between bundle sheath cell and the mesophyll cell, as mesophyll cells do not have a large number of chloroplast. So this statement is ruled out. C. Being involved in CO2 fixation. Correct. Both bundle sheath cells and the mesophyll cells are involved in CO2 fixation. This is true. D. Being impervious to gaseous exchange. Bundle sheath cells are impervious to gaseous exchange, but this is not the similarity with the mesophyll cells, as mesophyll cells are pervious to gaseous exchange. So this is ruled out. E. Their primary CO2 fixation product. This is also ruled out. So the correct option for the given question is option number 2. Let's move to the next question.